We have a Fox News alert here. Iran-backed Houthi rebels firing 2 more ballistic missiles at U.S. ships in the Red Sea overnight. It's the latest attack after multiple rounds of U.S. airstrikes targeted the group in Yemen. 2 U.S. Navy SEALs are still missing, and former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says Biden's failed policies have led to this level of aggression we're seeing in the Middle East right now. Florida Congressman and Iraq War veteran Cory Mills joins me now. Cory, good morning to you. This situation in the Red Sea with the Houthis, how does it end?
Well, I can tell you one of the ways that it began was with the Biden administration delisting the Houthis from the foreign terrorist organizations, the FTOs. Secondarily, we have to look at what is actually fueling and funding this. It's the increase in oil exports out of Iran. We have loosened the sanctions on Iran. We have allowed China to be the largest facilitator in its efforts to try and go ahead and export and import Iranian oil. And we're funding with over $10 billion in fungible assets to Iran to continue this increase. It's not just the Houthis who are disrupting commerce or making attacks and kinetic elements right there in the Red Sea. We're also seeing 100+ attacks that are occurring in Iraq and also in Syria, which is another element of an Iranian-backed militia, the Kataib Hezbollah.
You mentioned the Houthi terror designation and that it was just reinstated to a certain extent. There are a lot of questions on if that goes far enough. Listen to this.
Is it true that with this SDGT designation, Houthi operatives or suspected Houthi operatives can apply for visas and travel into the United States?
I would be very, so I won't speak to that. I would have to get back and check the details, but I don't think you should expect that any Houthi operative who applies for a visa to travel into the United States is going to see that visa approved anytime in the near future, to say the least.
Get back and check. What do you think about that?
Well, they don't need to actually apply for a visa when we've got open borders that has 9+ million people that are coming across. And then when they come across, we're going to give them a phone. We're going to go ahead and supplement them with taxpayers' funding. We're going to go ahead and give you a court date that you're never going to show up to because we're not imposing it. Look, this is why the battle last night with 107 of us who actually voted no against this continuing resolution is because it doesn't fund the priorities, which is securing our border. We care about the American people. That is our priorities today. We can talk about the Houthi rebels. We can talk about failed foreign policy. I mean, you had even Secretary Gates of the Obama administration who said that Biden is the only person he's ever met. It's 100% wrong on foreign policy. So this is a bigger issue that we have to face, and we have to look at the root cause. Stop treating the symptoms without recognizing the disease. It's China and Iran.
I mentioned those 2 Navy SEALs who went missing off the coast of Gulf of Aden. What happened to them? Has Congress been given any information on that?
We've been given a few little brief and details, but they're actually still in the rescue, and we don't want to release too much at this point. That would endanger our recovery efforts.
I'm Steve Ducey. I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.